Well, hello everybody. Welcome to what feels like a slightly less restrictive regime at the moment. What a treat it was to be allowed actually outside and go and do some exercise. I hope you managed to get out this weekend, or certainly since Wednesday. I did today, and for the first time in I think 8 weeks, I might actually go to bed tired rather than just tired from doing absolutely nothing. But yeah, I hope that you managed to get a barbecue or see the family, or you've been out and seen your friends. Certainly. Things feel like, well, it's one step in the right direction, isn't it? So yeah, very, very happy today. We managed to get out for about a 30-mile ride in Surrey Hills, and I've never seen so many people there in my life. It was absolutely teeming with people. Everyone was social distancing, which is good, but yeah, loads of people out with their family, loads of people on their bikes. We saw a couple of people, it's probably their first time on a mountain bike, and had a bit of a crash, but yeah, it was all really, really good. It's great to see friends and everybody. So I hope you're all well. I hope that this week is going to be slightly better. It looks like hopefully some of us will be going, not back to work, but certainly it doesn't feel as restrictive as before. So let me know in the chat whereabouts in the country you are. I've got a few shout outs sent through. Adam from Waterlooville. Steve here is the name on there, but it says Adam. Adam and Steve, hi guys. Shona, Laurie, Isla and Ellis from oh, I know them. Yeah, sorry. Hi Shona, how are you? Good to see you. Hope things are good. Let's have a look. Kate, hi from Joe Ward. Hello. Julie Vernon, evening all. Good. Team Toe Shack in the house. Ross and Leah ready to get down to the quizness. I try and do the voice for that, but my accent doesn't really lend itself well to that. I sound a little bit like a bank manager. Nicola Longmere in Scotland. How are you? Sorry, not in Scotland. Sorry. Bev Page One. Hi, Bev. Hope you're well. You're going to smash the quiz again. I think you are our highest scorers. Clearly some more come back from more punishment. You guys seem to do pretty good. Phil and Debbie Salford sat in the garden with the fire, doing the quiz. Oh, that's really nice. Is that like a fire pit, I guess? That must be really nice. I hope you managed to get to see the family this week. John Shinfield says, no posting the answers on here yet. So the way it works is it's 50 questions, 10 questions per round. Just need a pen and paper. If you could not put the answers up in the chat, it really disturbs it for other people, because not everybody can minimize the chat. But I've said it before, but if you swipe right on a tablet, or if you're watching on a phone, that'll get rid of it in Facebook, and if you maximise the window in YouTube, that will also get rid of that as well. Richard Nat Barrett, hi guys, hope you're well. Yeah, I had a fab week. It's been really good. It's so good to get out today. Weather was perfect, the trails were perfect, bike was running good, although I think I'm going to need a new gear, because I've been riding on the road and it's kind of chewed up about all my low gears. It doesn't really like it. So unfortunately, it was slipping a bit, but hey ho, not to worry. It's not difficult. Robin Heather Lily Hughes, Banbury in Oxfordshire. Hi guys. Who we got? Chris and Lynn in Wensleydale. Johnny again. Hello. Chris M from Wandsworth. Hello mate. You're just around the corner from me in Clapham. Cherry Hudson. Hi Sherry, not Cherry. Sorry. Carol Shook from Redditch. Nigel Howlett. Leslie Dawson from Shropshire. Nicola Longmere. Can't get out to socialise in Scotland. Yeah, I think it's different around the country at the moment. John Shimfield, Pam Mount from Somerset. Hi, Angela Laycock. Here we are again, all the way from Lincolnshire. Good luck to anybody. Anyone had a birthday this week? Hi from Lewis Nana, Gracie in Barnsley. Hello, hi guys. Hope you are. There's Caroline Hurst back to defend your losing streak. You did really well last week, Caroline. What are you talking about? I even put a vet question in there for you. Julie Vernon, want to play Glen B, and hello also from Cornwall. I've got a couple of shout outs as well that came through from my dad, sort of family and friends. I've got Chris and Penny from Upton on 7. I'm not sure if you guys are watching or able to get into the chat. Not everybody is. Tom and Sophia from Clapham. Hi Tom, how are you doing mate? I hope the music's going well. Emma and Callum in Edinburgh. Ian and Jackie Gurney in Dorset. Hamish and Elspeth Barber in Ludlow, Shropshire. Hi guys, that's where we used to have a place. Charles Price and Hope. Hi Charles, I still haven't met you yet, but be good to meet you very soon. And Jerry and Teresa Price in Worthing. Met your dad, but sadly never got to meet you. I think you were off doing your training at the time. Dave and Kim Fiddler in Cork in Ireland. Norman and Maria Diggins in Storrington, West Sussex, my old babysitters and long-term friends. Rick and Cole, Duke of Gordon in Itchnor, West Sussex. Who else? We've got Shona Isla and Ellis in Chipping Norton. So hello to you guys. Jan McKelvey in Richmond in London, and Susie Blackburn in Arundel, West Sussex. Got Simon. Hi mate, how are you? Good to see you. Do you like the background? Simon's got the best background I've ever seen. It's like aeroplanes all coming in from behind. So he's winning the prize for the best background at the moment. Cindy Fearson from Derbyshire. Greg Harris, Greg and Chris ready to go. Good one, guys. Paula Sykes. Hi Paula, how are you doing? Pam out. Andy says hi too. Hi, cool. Christian Shepherd, Christian and Austin say hi to the family. Looking forward to the quiz. Hello, guys. And who we got? Susie Perry. Hello from sunny Torbados. Oh, in Torbay, I think that is. James Buckley. Hello from Weymouth in and the Buckleys. Hello, guys. We've got a birthday here. Happy lockdown birthday to Sarah. Hope the hangover is fading. Enjoy getting beat by two dopes like Andy and Anthony. That'd be a good birthday present for you, won't it? So I hope you had a great birthday, however you managed to celebrate it, because everyone seems to be doing it by Zoom at the moment. So we've got 5 rounds this week. General knowledge is the first round. TV and film is second round. Sports and entertainment. Music is the fourth round. And finally, we've got a picture round. Should take no more than an hour. Should be done by about 9:05. It's just for fun, obviously, and if you could not put the answers up, that would be really appreciated, because it sort of spoils it for everybody else. So I know sometimes think I'm asking you a question and for you to put it up, but it's for everybody for their fun. So Danny O'Shea, hi Danny, good to see you again from in Essex. Frank Halliday, looking forward to this. Good vibes, happy days. Simon's loving the background. It's I've got to say, it's my brother's doing this, not so much me. Holcroft Drive bunch here again in Cheshire. Alison Ritchie versus our neighbours Ben and Hannah. Are you playing by Zoom or across the street? I've because I've been driving around and you see people, especially in London, they're just sat out in the front on the pavement drinking wine and socialising. I think there have been negatives to this. Of course, a lot of people are going to be furloughed and laid off, etc. But I think it's brought a lot of people together and certainly made me appreciate the little things like actually being allowed outdoors. So anyway, right, just a quick one before we go. Massive thanks to who provides all this kit for us. Sorry, I switched the audio off there. Massive thanks to my brother for lending us all this kit. He did this during lockdown. He's got a spare set. So if you are looking to live stream an event at any point, do fire him over an email. Let me see if I can just get rid of that one. Sorry about that. Right, so without much further ado, it's just coming up for 1:15. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Dave Murphy says, cannot hear you. Sorry, mate. I just pressed the wrong button on here because I can switch the audio on and off. I was just trying to get rid of one of those rounds. Anyway, right, enough of me wittering on. Let's get into round one. So round one's general knowledge. Like I say, all you need is a pen and paper. It shouldn't be too difficult, but let me know how you find the difficulty level later on in the chat. I'll try and get as many of you up on the screen as I can. Right, okay, without much further ado, let's move on to round number 1 of the quiz, which is general knowledge. Right, which chemical is added to US water supplies in the hopes of improving dental health? I know Americans are known for having excellent teeth, aren't they? We'll certainly pay for excellent teeth. But what chemical is added to US water supplies in the hopes of improving dental health? I've heard loads more airplanes outside my window because I'm in London, not too far from the flight path, so you can probably hear. This microphone picks up quite a lot. Question number 2. Newton is said to have been inspired by what to describe the theory of gravity? Newton is said to have been inspired by what to describe the theory of gravity? So that's question number 2. Question number 3. Who authored The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and many other books which take place in Middle-earth? If you've seen the films, certainly if you want to use up a day in lockdown, that's a trilogy and The Hobbit to watch. But who wrote those books? Sir Ian McKellen played the wizard. Question number 4. High-speed railway HS2 is expected to transform travel in England, but which city will phase 1 link to London? If it ever happens. Question number 4. High-speed railway HS2 is expected to transform travel in England, but which city will phase 1 link to London? Paul, it's not Brentwood. Okay, sorry. Question number 5. To the nearest billion, what is the estimated current population of the world? Is it A6, B8, or C10? Question number 5. To the nearest billion, what is the estimated current population of the world? A6, B8, or C10? Question number 6. Emperor, Galapagos, and African are all types of which creature? Question 6. Emperor, Galapagos, and African are all types of which creature? Question number 7. All the world is a stage is often quoted. Is often a quoted line from which Shakespeare play? And that wouldn't be a quiz without some reference to Shakespeare. It's always a go-to, isn't it? Question 7. All the world is a stage is often a quoted line from which Shakespeare play? Don't know if any of you went to see Ian McKellen, or Sir Ian McKellen, his kind of tour, but he went through every single Shakespeare role that he played. Question number 8. Copenhagen is the capital city of which country? Be an easy one for all the pilots that are watching. I'm sure at some point your crew will be in there. Question number 9. Afrikaans was developed from which European language? I'm told it's like a dialect. They can understand each other, but it's quite different. A little bit like Brazilian and Portuguese. Afrikaans was developed from which European language? And finally, for round number 1, question number 10. Number 617 Squadron of the Royal Air Force is better known as the what? Question 10. Number 617 Squadron of the Royal Air Force is better known as the what? Or what's their official, what are they known as? What do they do? Okay, just to go through the questions again, we'll move on to round number 2, and then at the end of the round number 3, if you haven't seen before, I'll just give the answers to round 1, 2, and 3, quick break, and round 4 and 5. So what chemical is added to US water supplies in the hopes of improving dental health? Newton is said to be inspired by what to describe the theory of gravity? Question 3, who authored The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit and many other books which take place in Middle-earth? Question 4, high-speed HS2 railway is expected to transform travel in England, but which city will phase 1 link to London? Question 5, to the nearest billion, what is the estimated current population of the world? Is it 6, 8 or 10? Question 6, Emperor, Galapagos and African are all types of which creature? Question 7, all the world's a stage is often a quoted line from which William Shakespeare play? Question 8, Copenhagen is the capital city of which country? Question 9, Afrikaans was developed from which European language? And question number 10, number 617 Squadron of the Royal Air Force are better known as what? Right, that's the end of round number 1. We'll move on to round number 2, which is TV and film. So pens and papers at the ready, and we'll move swiftly on. So who does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman? What's his character's name? Very famous role. I think this is a sort of, he was pretty big before, wasn't he? But this is the one that everyone quotes. Question number 1. Who does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman? The first question is a little bit longer. Question number 2. What is the longest running musical in the West End? This will get you thinking. So even if you don't know, you could probably have a guess, but it's between a few, isn't it? What is the longest running musical in the West End? Question 3. Which former Doctor Who star was married to radio DJ Chris Evans? Question 3. Which former Doctor Who star was married to radio DJ Chris Evans? Question number 4. Which celebrity has not won Strictly Come Dancing? I know you've got a few Strictly Come Dancing fans here. So is it A, Abby Clancy, B, Alicia Dixon, or C, Alexandra Burke? Bit of a tricky one. But if you're a Strictly fan, I'm sure you'll be shouting this one out straight away. I stopped watching it when Len left. Which celebrity has not won Strictly Come Dancing? Is it A, Abby Clancy, B, Alicia Dixon, or C, Alexandra Burke? Question 5. Who replaced Holly Willoughby as the co-host of Dancing on Ice from 2012 to 2014? There's a couple of curveballs in there, just so you don't get 50 out of 50. Or maybe you do know it straight off the bat. Bev Page one, I think you're going to get this. Who replaced Holly Willoughby as co-host of Dancing on Ice from 2012 to 2014? Question number 6. Angels and Demons is a sequel to which controversial novel? Question 6. Angels and Demons is a sequel to which controversial novel? It was also a film. Question number 7. Which Deliverance actor is the father of Angelina Jolie? Don't believe they talk anymore. Which Deliverance actor is the father of Angelina Jolie? question number 7. Question number 8. Where in London is there a bronze statue of Charlie Chaplin? Again, if you don't know, you probably have a bit of a guess. There's only so many places in London that most people know. But where, it's not anywhere obscure, don't worry. Where in London is there a bronze statue of Charlie Chaplin? And question number 9, which fantasy kingdom was found at the back of the wardrobe and featured Aslan and a white witch? So I've actually only got 9 questions for this one. I think I've made a slight mistake, so only 9 for this one. Which fantasy kingdom was found at the back of the wardrobe and featured Aslan and a white witch? When I'm doing the questions, I jump around the spreadsheet quite a lot, so I must have just left that one out. Apologies. Okay, that's the end of round number 2. So who does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman? Question number 1. Question number 2, what is the longest running musical in the West End? Question number 3, which former Doctor Who star was married to radio DJ Chris Evans? Question 4, which celebrity has not won Strictly Come Dancing? Is it A, Abby Clancy, B, Alicia Dixon, or C, Alexandra Burke? Question number 5, who replaced Holly Willoughby as the co-host of Dancing on Ice from 2012 to 2014? Question 6, Angels and Demons is a sequel to which controversial novel? Question 7, which Deliverance actor is the father of Angelina Jolie? Question 8, where in London is there a bronze statue of Charlie Chaplin? And question number 9, which fantasy kingdom was found at the back of the wardrobe and featured Aslan and the White Witch? So apologies for that, not to worry. I gave you 11 in a previous quiz, so we're all equal. It's a zero-sum game so far. Right, so round number 3, sports entertainment. Don't worry, I'm not asking any ridiculous questions about sport. I'm not a sports, much sports general knowledge, so this is fairly broad stroke. Right, so Nice Team Thunders is an anagram of which football club? So if you can't get it straight away, write it down, and as we progress, see if you can work that out. A fairly well-known football team. Nice Team Thunders is an anagram of which football club? So I'll be up a little bit longer, and you've got the whole of the round to work it out. So if you get the answer straight away, you can come back to that one, obviously. Question number 2. Hafthor Bjornsson was declared the world's strongest man in 2018. What is the Icelandic strongman better known as? What's his nickname? He has also just broken the deadlift world record. It was apparently a little bit controversial, but he still managed to do it. Hafthor Bjornsson was declared the world's strongest man in 2018. What is the Icelandic strongman better known as? Question number 3. The Stanley Cup is a championship trophy awarded to teams in which sport? Stanley Cup is a championship trophy awarded to which team, which sports team, or which teams in sport? Question 4. Andy Murray is the first British man to win multiple Wimbledon singles titles since 1936. How many times has he won Wimbledon? Andy Murray is the first British man to win multiple Wimbledon singles titles since 1936. How many times has he won Wimbledon? Question number 4. Question number 5. What distance is covered in one circuit of a modern outdoor running track? So what's its circumference? Question number 5. What distance is covered in one circuit of a modern outdoor running track? Question number 6. What is a perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling? I've never got it, as you'd expect. Did a fair bit of bowling when I was younger, but what is the perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling? Quite possibly the worst shoes you could ever put on, aren't they? Question number 7. In which city does the cycle race Tour de France finish? Again, if you don't know offhand, you probably have a guess. Question number 8. In boxing, what is a TKO? What's that known as? Question number 8. In boxing, what is a TKO? Question number 9. In which sport is the America's Cup awarded? It's one for my neighbour. I go in. Question number 9. In which sport is the America's Cup awarded? And finally, question number 10. Which sporting event was BBC Two's first ever colour transmission in 1967? Again, you probably have a guess. Question number 10. Which sporting event was BBC Two's first ever colour transmission in 1967? Good, that's the end of round 3, so I'll just go through the questions again. Question number 1, Nice Team Thunders is an anagram of which football club? It's a fairly well-known football club if you're struggling. Question number 2, Hafthor Bjornsson was declared the world's strongest man in 2018. What was the Icelandic strongman better known as? It was also in Game of Thrones. Question number 3, the Stanley Cup is a championship trophy awarded to which teams in sport? Andy Murray, for question 4, is the first British man to win multiple Wimbledon singles titles since 1936. How many times has he won? So it's obviously not just for once. Question number 5, what distance is covered in one circuit of a modern outdoor running track in metres? Question 6, what is the perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling? Question 7, in which city does the cycle race the Tour de France finish? Question 8, in boxing, what is a TKO? Question 9, in which sport is the America's Cup awarded? Question number 10, which sporting event was BBC Two's first ever colour transmission in 1967? Brilliant. Right, that is the end of round number 3. So I'll just go back to round number 1 and give you the answers, and then I'll try and get as many of you up on screen as I can. have a short break, and then do rounds 4 and 5. So if you're ready to mark your sheets, give you a couple of seconds in case you've got to swap sheets. I don't know if anyone's got to do that, but I'll just give you a couple of seconds to do that. Okay, so question number 1. What chemical was added to US water supplies in the hope of improving dental health? It is fluoride. There's only a few places in the world that still do that, and America is one of them. They used to do it in the UK, but they've stopped now. Question 2. Newton is said to have been inspired by what to describe the theory of gravity? It was an apple. Apple fell on his head. Question 3. Who authored The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and many other books which take place in Middle-earth? That was J.R.R. Tolkien. Very famous books, obviously, and went on to be films produced by Peter Jackson in New Zealand. Question 4. High-speed railway HS2 is expected to transform travel in England. I'm not sure. But which city will Phase 1 link to London? That's Birmingham. Question number 5. To the nearest billion, what is the estimated current population of the world? Is it 6, 8 or 10 billion? It's 8 is to the nearest. At the moment, estimates are 7.8 billion. Question 6. Emperor, Galapagos and Africa are all types of which creature? I'm sure the vets among us have got that. They are penguins. I'm sure you've seen the David Attenborough series on them. Question 7. All the world's a stage is often a quoted line from which William Shakespeare play? This is one you're probably either going to know or not know. It's As You Like It. Question 8. Copenhagen is the capital city of which country? That's Denmark, of course. I'm sure all the pilots that are watching have got that, no problem whatsoever. Question 9. Afrikaans was developed from which European language? It was Dutch. They were the original settlers. And question number 10. The number 617 Squadron of the Royal Air Force is better known as what? They are the Dam Busters. They were disbanded and reformed as a Tornado Squadron. I'm not sure what they are now. I think it's the new aircraft that escapes me. But anyway, right, that's the end of round number 1. We'll go on to round number 2. Here we go. So, who does Will Ferrell play in Anchorman? That was, of course, again, probably one you either know or don't know. It's Ron Burgundy. Question number 2. What is the longest running musical in the West End? It's Les Miserables. Les Mis. I'm sure some of you put down Cats. I don't know if you ever saw the film. I didn't, but I heard it was a disaster. Question 3. Which former Doctor Who star was married to radio DJ Chris Evans? It's Billie Piper. Caused some controversy because she was 15 years younger than him. Didn't last very long, I don't think. But yeah, she went on to play Doctor Who. Question 4. Which celebrity has not won Strictly Come Dancing? A. Abby Clancy, B. Alicia Dixon, or C. Alexandra Burke? It was Alexandra Burke. She got to the final, but she didn't win. All the other two did win. Question 5. Who replaced Holly Willoughby as a co-host of Dancing on Ice from 2012 to 2014? Slightly tricky one, but again, just to challenge you a little bit, it was Christine Bleakley. Question 6. Angels and Demons is a sequel to which controversial novel? It was The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Obviously, there was a film with Tom Hanks. Question 7. Which Deliverance actor is the father of Angelina Jolie? It's John Voight. Her surname is actually Voight, Angelina Jolie Voight. She chose to take her second name when she got on, when she started getting on screen because she didn't want to be associated with him. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're talking now, but yeah, I know there was. It's not a happy relationship anyway. So question 8. Where in London is there a bronze statue of Charlie Chaplin? It's in Leicester Square, if you've been there. And question 9, which fantasy kingdom was found at the back of the wardrobe and featured Aslan and the White Witch? That was Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia. So obviously only 9 questions there, sorry about that. That was just a bit of an oversight on my part. So round number 3 then. So, sorry, ignore that, I've just got to change this. Hang on a sec. Sorry. So, Nice Team Thunders is an anagram of which football club? You're going to kick yourself if you didn't get this. It's Manchester United. Question number 2. Hafthor Bjornsson was declared the world's strongest man in 2017. What is the Icelandic strongman better known as? It was the Mountain. I don't know if you remember hearing about the Mountain in Game of Thrones. May or may not know that. Stanley Cup is a championship trophy awarded to teams in which sport? It's ice hockey. Andy Murray was the first British man to win multiple Wimbledon singles titles since 1936. How many times has he won? It's twice. Not sure if he's fully retired yet, but his body's giving up on him a bit, isn't he? But yeah, it's a great athlete. Question number 5. What distance is covered in one circuit of a modern outdoor running track in metres? It's 400 metres. So it's a 400 metre loop. So that's why they start halfway around for the 200, etc., etc. Question 6. What is the perfect score in a game of 10-pin bowling? It's 300. Question 7. In which city does the cycle race, the Tour de France, finish? It finishes in Paris. Different stages every year. Obviously, you've got the really famous Alpe d'Huez climb. I've cycled up a part of that and it is horrendous. Don't know how they do it. Question number 8. In boxing, what is a TKO? It's a technical knockout. Not actually fully knocked out, so they're Sparko, but technically they're knocked out. So usually if they've got to retire for blood or they're not quite with it anymore. Question number 9. In which sport is the America's Cup awarded? That is yacht racing. And question number 10. In which sporting event was the first, it was BBC Two's first ever colour transmission? That was Wimbledon. Quintessentially a British event. Right, that is the end of rounds 1, 2 and 3. If you want to pop up in the chat, let me know how you got on. The 7 racer, I don't know if that's James. Hi James, hope you're well if that is you. A couple of people said they're not doing so well. I'm not sure which round that was, but you said they got some dodgy guesses in there. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. You've got to. I try to make it so that even if you don't know, you can probably have a stab at it. It's not like you got to pick out a date in like 1567 or like something like that. I'm trying to get it in there so it is at least semi accessible. You could probably have a guess and maybe get at it. So what we'll do is just have about a 4 or 5 minute break there. So if you need to do whatever you need to do, in the meantime, you might have finished your beer or wine or whatever if you want to go and recharge that, or do whatever else you need to do. So Pam Out's got 21 out of 29. That's brilliant. Julie Vernon 24 out of 30. It's out of 29 at the moment. That's my bad, I'm afraid. Chris M's got 24. So yeah, looks like not too bad. We've made it relatively easy because it's really hard to get it. Not too hard, not too right there. So can you take off the auto captions on Facebook? I can't. It's yeah, I don't know how to do that. Unfortunately, it's yeah, I know they're a pain. Team Extreme's done 25, a bit harder this week. Good. Caroline Sachs got 17. How else we get off? Bev Page 1 not doing so well this evening, 24.5. But you're still doing good. Like if Carlsberg did a quiz team, you'd be on it. Paul Skipsey's 18 out of 29, pretty hard tonight. Yeah, sorry. I try to get it. The balance about right. But we got Christine Shepherd's got 16. Shay said 16. Better have a gin. Yeah, maybe better make it a double. Susie Perry 29 in Torbados. Cool. What are the answers for round 9 and 10 in round 1? And hang on a sec. I have to have a look. 9 and 10 in round 1. So answers. Question 9 is Dutch. Question number 10 is Dam Busters. Sorry, I've just lost that now. And number 10 from round 3, there we go, it is Wimbledon. Right. Beyonce's nickname is Thor the Mountain. Yeah, you can have Thor or the Mountain. It's up to you really how you want to mark it. But yeah, the answer I was looking for was the Mountain. Annette's got 25. Matthew Anderson 25, not bad for Team Extreme. That's good. Paul Sykes got 21. Con's got 12. Susan Carl's 19. I'm trying to get as many of these up as I can. It's like scrolling faster than I can get it up. Amanda Marshall's 22. Hi, Amanda. I was up literally right next to Juki Kent today. Old school. Always a fond memory of that place. You wouldn't believe Peaslake Village stores now, would you? It was just almost dead to the world, and now it's one of the busiest places, certainly that I go to. This is one of the busiest village stores. Made some silly mistakes, and yes, we put cats. Debbie Talley, yeah, loads of people would put cats, but yeah, I mean, it was a shocking film. It got absolutely slammed, didn't it? Susan Carr, lots of arguing there. Debbie Taylor says 16 or 13. I think we've had too much to drink. Debbie and Phil. Yeah, I know. I've played like what do I play? Like online poker for not for money or anything, but yeah, sometimes it's just it gets ridiculous. How can you score half a point? Like I don't know. It's really up to you. I'm not too sure. So Jane Osborne, not going too well tonight, 17 out of 29. Nigel Howard, looking forward to Star Wars rounds next. I can't do a full Star Wars round. It would just completely alienate half the thing. So my dad's got 19 out of 30. Hopefully pull ourselves together in the next two rounds. So yeah, it's music in the next round. And I've got a picture around there. So John Shimfield is watching. Hello, John. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Julie's got a crying dog there. Oh, dear. And yeah, I think that's most people who are playing have got their answers up. Saz W, 17, newbie here. Hi, Saz. Great to see you. Thanks very much for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying the quiz so far. So we'll start in the next couple of minutes just so I don't overrun too much, because I realise you've probably got other things to do. And the sun is setting now on what was a lovely day, wasn't it? I think it's going to be a heat wave next week, so I'm sure we hopefully get some barbecues in if you are. Says P6 will be very canny. You have to drop into Cranley when we're out. Yeah, definitely. It'd be really, really good to see you. I don't think I mean canny. They just cashed in on all the mountain bikers up there, and they're just really friendly. If you ever go up there, get a cheese straw. They are incredible, or a pork and leek slice. Paul, who's watching, that's Kev's favourite, one of the guys that we ride with. Right, enough of me going on. Let's move on to the music round, and without too much delay, we'll move on to that. So round number 4 is the music round. Let's just check I've got 10 questions. Yeah, I've got 10 questions. Sorry about that. I don't know. Just an oversight. Like I say, I just switch around the whole Excel spreadsheet. I don't do one round at a time. I just sort of cut between. Just missed it. Anyway, right. Enough apologies. Let's move on to round number 4. So, Grammy nominated the band The Cause hail from which country? That shouldn't be too taxing. Question number 1. Grammy nominated band The Cause hail from which country? So question 1 always stays up a little bit longer. It takes me a while to get it to auto advance. Question number 2. Which song from Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a UK #1 hit in 1991? Question number 2. Which song from Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a #1 UK hit in 1991? Question number 3. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. Name the artist and the song. That would probably be one. You know the song, not the artist, or the other way around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. What's the name of the song and the artist? Question number 4. Which country has won the most Eurovision Song Contests? Or, I haven't read that right, but which country has won the Eurovision Song Contest the most times? Obviously, it was supposed to be last night, wasn't it? And it wasn't. I've never watched it. Which country has won the Eurovision Song Contest the most times? Question number 4. Question number 5. Who recorded the 70s disco classic, You're My First, My Last, My Everything? Question number 5. Who recorded the 70s disco classic, You're My First, My Last, My Everything? Question number 6. According to Cyndi Lauper, What do girls just want to do? Question number 6. According to Cyndi Lauper, what do girls just want to do? Question number 7. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. What's the name of the song and the artist? Question number 7. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. It's the opening line to which song and what's the name of the artist? Question number 8. Who was the first member of Take That to have a solo #1 hit? Again, if you don't know, you probably have a fairly good guess at that one. Who was the first member of Take That to have a solo #1 hit? Question number 9. Who had a hit in 1997 with Torn? Fairly classic song. Question number 9. Who had a hit in 1997 with Torn? Question number 10, finally. Killing Me Softly went straight to #1 in 1996. What was the name of the band that sang it? Question number 10. Killing Me Softly went straight to #1 in 1996. What was the name of the band that sang it? Good, that's the end of round number 4. Just give you a recap. Grammy-nominated band The Cause hail from which country? Question number 1. Question number 2. Which song from Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat game Jason Donovan a UK #1 hit in 1991? Question number 3. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. Name the artist and the song title. Question number 4. Which country has won the Eurovision Song Contest the most times? Question 5. Who recorded the 70s disco classic You're My First, My Last, My Everything? Question number 6, according to Cyndi Lauper, what do girls just want to do? Question number 7, I got my first real 6-string and bought it at the 5 and dime. Again, it doesn't work very well with my accent. What's the name of the band and the song? Question number 8, who's the first member of Take That to have a solo #1 hit? Question number 9, who had a song with 1997 with a hit with Torn? And question number 10, Killing Me Softly went straight to #1 in 1996, but who sang it? Right, it's the end of round number 4. So next round is a picture round, back by popular demand. So this is going to be up for 30 seconds, and then put your answer, and then obviously I'll just give you a quick recap of around about 5 seconds. Nothing too tricky in here. It's the ones you hopefully should know, but you might be able to pull up your score if you're struggling a little bit. Right, let's move on. I'll give you a slight clue, but what the sort of profession is or something, but we're not going to give it away too much. But here we go. Let's move on to the picture round. 1 second. Here we go. So who's this actress and comedian? Who's this actor? Pretty well known. Watched a few of his films recently. What's this guy's name? That's probably going to make quite a few of you laugh. If you grew up in the 80s like I did, you'll know who that is. What's this company's logo? What's this chocolate bar? What's the brand and the name? Or the name of the chocolate bar? You probably don't need to know who makes it, just what. Who's this famous musician or singer? Some people say he's not come off the rails, but I think who's this British actor? You've probably seen him, but you might not know his name. What's the name of this building? It's the one in the middle, obviously. What's this famous world landmark called? I'm going to give you a bonus point if you know the country, so you can make it up to 50. And finally, what's this American landmark called? Okay, just to recap, what's the name of this American actress and comedian? What's the name of this British actor? What's the name of this chap? I don't know the best way to describe him. Sorry, one back. What's the name of this company's logo? What's the name of this chocolate bar? Who's this American singer, songwriter? Don't know if he writes his own songs. Question number 7, what's the name of this British actor? Sorry, what's the name of this building? What's the name of this worldwide landmark? And finally, what's the name of this worldwide landmark? American landmark. Okay, hopefully it wasn't too tricky for you, and we've got all our answers down on paper now. So just give you the answers to round number 4 and number 5, and then we'll be finished on time there or thereabouts. Right, so round number 4 then, which is of course music round. Grammy-nominated band The Cause hail from which country? It is Ireland. Question number 2, which song from Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a #1 UK hit in 1991? So Any Dream Will Do. Question number 3, turn around, every now and then I get a little bit lonely. That's the name of the song and the singer. It was Bonnie Tyler and Total Eclipse of the Heart. Question number 4, which country has won the Eurovision Song Contest the most times? It's Ireland. They've won that 7 times now. There's other countries hot on their tails, but they are the current champions. Question number 5, who recorded the 70s disco classic You're My First, My Last, My Everything? It was Barry White. Question number 6, according to Cyndi Lauper, what do girls just want to do? Let's have fun. Question number 7. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. It was Bryan Adams, Summer of '69. Question number 8. Who was the first member to take that to have a a solo #1 hit? I'm sure you probably got this even if you didn't know it offhand. It's Gary Barlow. It's probably one of the most famous of Take That, isn't he? Question number 9. Who had a hit with 1997 with Torn? It was Natalie Imbruglia. That might have taxed a few of you. And question number 10. Killing Me Softly went straight to #1 in 1996. Who sang it? It was the Fugees. Excellent. Right, let's have a look at the picture round now for you. Right, so what's the name of this American actress and comedian? It's Amy Schumer. What's the name of this actor? I'm sure most of you got this. It's Hugh Grant. That is Roland Rat. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, used to make my dad laugh quite a lot. It's pretty funny. Most of you probably got this, didn't you? This is Vodafone's logo. Or maybe you looked at it and thought it might be something different, but yeah, it's Vodafone. Question number 5, what's this? It's a mint arrow. Probably could have read, if you squinted and looked really hard, it's written on the top there, but you probably need to know it was a mint arrow is what I was looking for, the answer. Question number 6, who's this singer-songwriter? It is Justin Bieber. Not looking as cute as he did when he was younger, is he? Question number 7, what's the name of this British actor? It's Simon Pegg. He's got a Star Trek badge on there. I was also in Mission Impossible. Question number 8. What's this building called? It's the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Question number 9. Where's this landmark? And bonus point if you can name the country. It's Machu Picchu in Peru. And finally, to end it for this Sunday again, that is Mount Rushmore. Brilliant. Well, pop it up in the chat. Let me know how you got on with that. Hopefully it was all okay. Messed up when we were watching last week's quiz fast few rounds, but with you live now. Oh, not to worry, Shona. Well, you're on YouTube, so sorry about that. 10 out of 10 for the sport round. Husband finally has his use. Oh dear. Please, let's have a look what else we got. Answer number 4 for the music round. Hang on a sec, I'll get that for you. Answer number 4, Ireland, 7 times was the answer there for you. What else have we got? Yes, pop your answers up. I'll try and get as many as I can. And as always, if you want to get in contact, you'll get a shout out as early as possible. So all our contact details are down below on facebook.com/the virtual quiz, live streaming between 8 o'clock on Wednesdays and Sundays. If you haven't seen already, or you just if you're new to the stream, welcome. So if you have enjoyed it, just give us a like. That would really appreciate that on YouTube. It helps things grow. And do leave a comment or send me a message on Facebook if you want. So Wendy Ritchie, 41, much better last couple. Thanks. Julie Vernon's got 43. It's good. Susie Perry, 38 of 49. Chris M, he says he got 48, sorry, 43 for this week. Jack Dalton's got 9 and what else? You get 9 and 10. Paul Batty, 50 playing your own, Paul, or James Buckley's got 43 out of 50. Sue Carter's 35 out of 49. Not so good today, but thank you. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Annette McFadden's just given us a /. I'm not sure what that means, but probably mistype or something. Lincolnshire Massive, 42. Hi guys. Paul Skipsey got 36. Enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's good. Glad you did. Senpai Rush got 30. Richard Nat Barrett got 43. It's good. Awesome quiz. Have a good week and see you Wednesday. Yeah, look forward to it. Cheers guys. Hope you have a really, really great week. Tim Extreme got 45 out of 50. Loving the crack. Glad you had a good one. Leslie's got 38. Sharon, I would try and put that emoji up, but I don't think it would go, unfortunately. 33. Amanda's got 43 as well. Hi, Amanda. Hopefully I'll see you very soon, as I'm always passing that way. Jack Dalton, 41. Great quiz, my pleasure. Dave Murphy's got 45. Christine Shepherd's got 35. So, yeah, I think got it just about right. We've got no one completely bombed. Totally. So 38 getting, Paul Sykes says 38 getting better. See you on Wednesday. Yeah, look forward to it, guys. Really, really do. 35 total score for all the Toshek. Cindy Frierson got 33 out of 50. What else you got? Small, perfectly formed, 37 out of 50 for the 4 candles. Debbie Towler on YouTube, 31. Managed to bump or score at the picture round. Good. Glad you enjoyed it. My daughter who to run around. Yeah, I know. If you weren't brought up in the 80s, you won't know who the hell he is. It was really funny. It was really enjoy it actually when I was younger, but it hasn't been revived. David and One got 38. We'll leave the applications for Egghead. It's a little bit longer. Cheers for another quiz. Yeah, no, Eggheads is bricks, isn't it? 33. Should have started off with a gin. Paul's got 40. I hopefully see you this week, Paul. 43.5 out of 50 for Frank Halliday. Hustler. Pam Mounts says thanks for a great quiz. My pleasure. What did 43.5. Carrot she got 29. Glenn's got 42. Okay for the Googles. Oh, did you Google it? Jack Dalton, great quiz. My pleasure. And Christine Hustler got 35. Pulled it back with the music and the pictures. Right, it is 9:05, so I'm going to sign off. Just finally, as I always say, big thank you to my brother, as always. So if you are thinking of live streaming an event, do fire him over and an email. It's info@CE8 Limited. I'm sure he'd love to hear from you, and he'll be able to help out with any of your streaming needs. Paul Sykes says, "Stay safe." Yeah, isn't it? Was it? Stay alert now, isn't it? I'm staying very alert as we speak. Right, have a great rest of your week until Wednesday. Hopefully I'll see as many of you as we can then at 8 p.m. In the meantime, I hope you get out and enjoy the sun. It certainly doesn't feel like you're being naughty by doing that at the moment. But in the meantime, I hope you and the family are all well, and I will see you at Wednesday, 8 o'clock, and I hope you all take care. Speak soon. Bye-bye.